Hey, it's time at Dish with D. That's me. Thank you for coming on this video, making yourself a priority. I am Denise. It is Monday, and Monday is my weekly weigh-in and the Weight Watchers weekly technique. I'm not feeling great. I'm going to be honest. I'm feeling like crap. I am. I'm just glad I got weighed yesterday instead of today. Why? Because when I feel bad, which I started feeling bad yesterday, I feel a cold. I will say that I don't feeding it bad stuff. I'm just not feeling great. But I was down a pound, so I'm not, I'm going to be down a pound today, I guarantee you. Between the gluten I had last night, because gluten is my, safe stuff. That's not my safe, that's my comfort food. So yeah, I had an Asian bowl with shrimp. Like I said, it was under 500 calories, but it was pasta. Sorry, not sorry, but yes. That's awesome. I listened to a few Zooms today. Like I said, I'm not feeling great. And I'm hoping I give you a good meeting topic. I do like this meeting topic. This is to protect your progress month. And I like that. Think about this. PYT, protect your progress. Because some of us have made great progress. We have. And the holidays are coming. Oh my God. Thanksgiving is a week from Thursday. And that starts everything. Because once Thanksgiving is done, parties start. It happens. So you need to protect your progress. You do. You need to safeguard it because you've worked hard all year. And don't let a few parties blow you up. Literally. It can happen because sometimes it's just that atmosphere with the people around you. It's that those foods you don't get all the time. It works on you. Because I'm telling you, this journey is a lot of it's so mental that it just works on us. And I don't want you to feel that way. How can we protect your progress? Well, it's all about intentions in this week's topic and how you handle a situation. Like we'll call it a party, a dinner, an event. But what is your intentions going into that? Set your intentions. Don't go in there and wing it because let's just say it won't work out well. I've tried that many times and you think you got it. I got this. I won't overdo it because especially when I've come from a meeting that same morning. I came from a meeting. I got this. Oh no. Once you get in there and you're in that, what's what I'm looking for? Minefield of food and drinks. And people that are, just eat this. It's fine. It's a party. Those people that are food pushers. You got the food pushers. You got the food. You got the drink. You got the atmosphere. And sometimes if you have too many adult beverages, then you just forget. So you have to go in, set intentions, sit down and say to yourself, all right. Now, sometimes you don't know what it's going to be there. You don't because you don't know who's throwing it, what they're going to have. But what you can do is you can set yourself up. You could have a good day up until that point. You could sit there and eat 0-point foods. Just stay within portions, please. Don't be sitting there eating a whole chicken because it's 0 points. Oh, it was chicken and I just ate a whole chicken, so I should, no, but stay within your portions. Fill up on vegetables. Have a couple pieces of fruit. Have some chicken, have an egg. Be mindful of what you have, but definitely don't go there hungry. That's the first intention you should have. Don't go in there hungry because let me tell you something, which I've said a million times here on this channel. Hungry Denise makes bad choices. She does. Because I get that tunnel vision, like I'm hungry, and I forget about protecting my progress. I don't care. And yeah, we don't get to that. We want to do everything in the cool state instead of getting in that hot state. If you're in that hot moment where you're like, oh my God, I haven't seen that stuff in years. You're going to, if you're like me, and not everybody is. Some of you are much stronger than I am. I will tell you that you are strong people. Me, I'm not always strong. I may appear that way on screen, but sometimes I'm not. And when I don't feel well, like right now, I am not strong because when you I could taste. It's just, I'm congested. My throat's kind of it's been this way since yesterday. It's kind of scratchy. Actually, I think I went to bed Friday feeling a little bit well, I work in a petri dish. I work with children. And one of the kids said, I don't feel well today, Mrs. Mulrain. And I said, oh, what's the matter? I got a little bit of a sore throat. I said, well, what did mom or dad say? Well, they gave me the purple stuff. And I get it. You got to go to work. You got it. But you know what? That little cherub is coming and infecting the rest of us. Because the purple stuff's not going to make her infectious. It's not going to make her non-contagious. Might make her feel better for a short period of time. But yeah. So there we go. Back in the Petri dish, this is me. So yes, in the hot seat, don't make decisions when you're in that moment. Try to plan as best you can. I'm going to sit here and tell you, you can plan all you want and it still goes to hell in a handbasket. But do we stop trying? No. And I bet if you did plan and it still went to hell in a handbasket, it didn't go to hell in a handbasket as bad as it would have if you didn't plan. I guarantee you that. So that is what this is all about. Challenges at parties. You know, there's family, there's food. Because some families are a challenge. I'm sure you have families that are be like, oh my God, here she is. She's on Weight Watcher. She's not going to eat. But I will say, if you can bring something to a party, I mean, I wouldn't bring it unless you're allowed to. Don't just bring it because you don't want to eat anything there. But if you're allowed to bring something and people encourage that, then bring something. Bring something safe. What does my leader used to say? If you're going to a toxic environment, bring a safe snack. So bring something that you feel comfortable eating, whether it be your homemade this or your homemade that. Remember, you know what goes into it. You know that you've made it lighter. And let me tell you something. Don't tell people it's Weight Watchers because they're like, oh my God, she bought her Weight Watchers food. I'm here to say, and I will go on the record, that the Weight Watchers lightened up food of today is not like your mother's. I mean, you could tell back in the day, I'm going to keep wiping my nose and I apologize, but I don't apologize because it's me. It's so much different. I bring my light hummus everywhere and nobody knows the difference. I don't go in there saying, oh my gosh, this is Weight Watchers, you know. No, I just make it and they eat it. The brownie batter is renowned. I could request it to bring that. So don't tell people your stuff is light because they don't need to know that. And they also say, this was in the meeting, what version of you do you want to bring to this event? What version are you bringing? Are you bringing the strong version? Are you bringing the positive version? Are you bringing the one who feels sorry for herself? Or the one who feels like, oh, I haven't had that. I know I've been watching. So you need to bring that person to the event that you will not regret. Like, don't sit there and make the decision and then go home with like, why did I do that? When you make a choice, live with it. Because you sit there and you ask yourself, what am I going to do there? What am I going to allow myself? Am I going to allow myself to indulge a few over my points? Am I going to allow myself to indulge in some adult beverages? If you say yes in the cool moment, plan it. Like, if you like adult beverages, plan one or two. It's not the end of the world to have a cocktail if that's something that you like. Now, for me, it's not something that I need. I'd rather have dessert. It's funny, when we were at the restaurant yesterday, I went out for Friendsgiving, I was going to get an apple cider sangria. I saw that. Oh, that sounds really good. I'm going to get that. Okay, well, I looked at the rest of the menu, and there was an appetizer that was butternut squash and regatta. It was like a spread, a dip. I'm like, ooh. Well, Denise, you can't have both. So you choose what you want. So I thought there, I wanted the dip more than I wanted the cocktail. So I split it with Steve. I said, do you want to split this appetizer with me? Of course he's going to say, he had a cocktail and the appetizer and soup. But that's all the story. So there, I sat there and I made an adult decision. I sat there, I weighed my options. What did I want more? And I wanted the dip was phenomenal. We need to do that. I could do like light ricotta and roast some butternut squash and puree it. It was so good. And of course you spread it on toast points. There you go. Gluten. I could definitely do a cracker that would have been just as good, or vegetables. Like any kind of what would go good with like a cheese dip. Definitely crudité would work. So we're going to be making that because I don't think we'll do it for Thanksgiving because it's really too heavy, but it's we're having New Year's Eve here. Just us and the boys. And we can make it for that. We're also going to make savory s'mores. See, I am planning. And how can I get that dish and lighten it up? That's what you have to do. But it doesn't mean it's going to be terrible. lot of people think it's only good if it's got all the heavy hitters in there, like the heavy cream, the butter. No, that's not true. I'm here to say that's not true. I've made things with, I won't do fat-free. Yeah, that's kind of sucky. But I will tell you, the light stuff with mixed together is fantastic. So don't sit there and be like, oh, I have to eat full-fat butter. I have to eat full-fat cheese. No, you don't. You don't, because it's just as good. You know what? I'm so sick of the way our world is right now. And I'm not going to touch on politics because that's a whole other animal. But it's all about fear in here. We're scaring people into everything. And it's food. You're scaring somebody not to eat that. Oh, don't eat that because it has this in it and this has that. That's what our world has become. And I am not, you know what? I don't eat a lot of things. So I don't have to worry about, oh my gosh, I'm not eating low fat cheese isn't good for you. I should eat full fat cheese. No. It's these people like, I can't think of his name. He annoys the crap out of me. But everybody loves him. I don't know. He's giving his kids his stinking protein drinks. I'm all for protein drinks, but I'm not giving it to my 2 and 3-year-old. Would never do that. You know who I mean. I just can't think of his name off the top of my head. He's got an app, and every time he's out there, he's trying to sell his stuff. Food is not, the dose is in the poison. That's what, I listened to Food Science Babe on Instagram. I remember to link her down in the description box. She'd say, like, people say, oh my God, I can't give my kid Cheerios because Cheerios has this in it. She said your child would have to eat 25 boxes of Cheerios in one sitting to have the effects of that. A bowl of Cheerios is not, but that's what it is. Oh, sure, in bulk, but who's eating 25 boxes of Cheerios in one sitting? Same thing with oats. Oh my gosh, you have to eat organic oats because, well, back in the day, my kids ate oatmeal. That was regular oats. And they're fun. I can't get behind, let's do the whole other video. Let's get back to this. So what version of you do you want to bring? Do you want to bring the positive person? Do you want to bring the person that gives herself some leeway? You have to go in there, you have to sit yourself down and talk to yourself before you go anywhere. And, have that pep talk with yourself. But also I want to say, I'm trying to find this stuff that I screenshot here. Here it is, hold on. There's a couple things that was good. Pretend you're on an episode of the dating game. Behind each door is a version of you from the past party events. Think back to some past food events. Who's behind that door? And they gave examples of 0 Point Zelda, that focuses more on some 0 Point food findings. Favorite Foods Franny, that selects her favorite foods to spend her points on. Or Do-Over Doug, that without judgment struggles at his last event and excited to try again. So what person do you want to be? You have to, and then really strive to be that person. Is it hard? Yeah, it is. That it's like there's all this food out there for the taking. And you think back to yourself of yesteryear, you remember, back in the day, I used to take what I wanted. Life was so much easier then. Sure it was, but was your waistline? What was your waistline back then? Do you want to go back to that girl? I think I say it to myself all the time. So much easier when I just ate you have those feel sorry for your days. I just ate what I wanted. Then I would bring up a picture of me at 270 pounds and go, do you want to go back to that? Because that's where what will happen. And I'm like, no, I don't want to go back to that. I couldn't, I had a hard time doing things. I couldn't breathe. I didn't like the way I looked in clothes. Even now, I don't like the way I look in clothes because I'm up several pounds. But I see people, this last week at the vendor event at our church, who I haven't seen in a while, and they're like, oh my gosh, you look so good. You forget, because you just see this version of yourself, that you don't realize how good you actually do look because you're not where you want to be. So all you think about is how bad you look. But yet you see somebody who hasn't seen you and they're like, oh my gosh, you look amazing. What are you doing? Oh my gosh, I see you on Facebook and I love your post and and you forget that. You forget because we're so critical of ourselves. What is that line from a movie? I can't remember. You might remember the movie. But she says, it's easier to believe the bad things about ourselves than it is the good things about ourselves. I focus on the fact that I have to lose 12 pounds. I think it's 13 now. I think it's up to 13. It was up to 13. Instead of like, oh my gosh, I am so much better than where I was. And even if I don't lose another stinking pound, I'm still good. Yes, my mediums are a little bit tight. Not gonna lie. They are. But am I back to the women's clothes? No. Could I still shop at those stores? Yeah. So find the positivity in something and hold on to that. And bring that mindset with you when you're out, because stop feeling sorry for what we're not eating and feel excited about what we are eating. And I think that's where I stand, like, oh, I don't want to eat that. You know, I can't eat a whole donut, but I can eat a piece of a donut. See, that's what I try to focus on. And here's the bottom line. If I tried to eat that whole donut, I would probably be like, ugh. That we think we want to like deep dive into things. And when you try to, you don't feel good, because your body's like, yeah, no, I like the way we feel now. I don't want to feel that way again. So really take it easy on yourself, but also give limits. Don't let yourself have a free for all. Give yourself limits, give yourself guidelines, and keep talking to yourself. Creating, oh God, I just knew this was coming. Creating if-then guidelines is a great tool to support you in any situation, but especially when you're bombarded with lots of decisions to make in the moment. Using guidelines, we can more easily make decisions where we're in that cold state from the comfort of our own recliners before we're faced with an in-the-moment choice. You have to, like I said, just give yourself guidelines. You're not going to sit there and be like, well, I'm going to eat 2 meatballs. You can't. You have to just give yourself guidelines. And walk away from the buffet. Walk away. Don't sit next to it. Walk away. And stop going. And if you want something, have a little bit. But walk away. Don't go back. Throw your plate in the trash. That's been my latest thing, especially with dinner. I just put my plate right in the sink. Because if I leave it in front of me, I may go back. But if it's in the sink, I'm not going to dirty another plate. Not doing that. But yeah, you have to have guidelines. It's almost like, especially when we're still, even though I've come so far, I still need guidelines. I still need help. I still need to be accountable. And that's why, I need to get weighed in. And I will probably always need to be weighed in once a week. Let's test out your dates. Which date or party personality will you use? In a restaurant, if the waiter brings the bread basket, then what do you say? If there's a drink or a dessert special, then what do you say? Like, there's all these choices that you have to remember that go into going out to eat. There's a bread basket. People always want dessert when you go out with people. They always do. I always say, try find the least dangerous one, or try splitting a dessert with somebody. You'd be surprised if you ask the person you're with, they may be up to split, because sometimes maybe they're not as hungry either. If you're out-of-town guests are staying with you, if my guests always want to go out to eat, then boundaries. Bruce has to come. He loves to take care of his guests and himself, but he has to set boundaries. There's nothing wrong with going out to eat. There really isn't. You just have to, you can't, maybe if you're not going out that much, then maybe have a piece of bread from the bread basket. But if you're going out multiple times, that might not always be the best idea. Or have half a piece of bread. Boundaries. Have some. You cannot have it all. And we shouldn't. We only have so much to eat in a day. I mean, sometimes, like, we think, but what I used to have a whole slice of bread, yeah, look where that got me. Traveling, if you're traveling, then if the only other options are fast food places, then try Convenience Carl, because he loves buying bananas in the gas station. You can get fruit. If you've been, I've did videos on convenience stores, how they have such great options. But I will say also that fast food also has decent options. I hate when people puff fast food. Get the kids meal. Oh my gosh, get the kids meal. Chick-fil-A has grilled nuggets. We have a place called Popeyes that has grilled chicken. There's a lot of places that have grilled chicken. And, like, there's definitely options. A lot of them have salads. The dressing and the cheese and the croutons are what kill you. Now, you can always remove, sometimes the croutons come in a separate bag. You don't have to use them. Cheese always comes on the salad, but sometimes it comes separately. But only use some of the dressing. Don't use all of the dressing. You don't have to use the whole pack because they give it to you. Put it on there and shake it up. I tell you, you get a lot of dressing when you shake your salad. But there is thing, instead of using excuses all the time, like, oh well, I had to go to fast food, so I had to get the Whopper Deluxe. No, you didn't. You chose that and you used the excuse of this. Well, like I said, fast food, there are decent options at fast food. They're just off the top of my head. I mean, I had a lady at school one time wanted me to help her with her app. she had just joined, and she said, well, I went out to eat this morning. Well, that's fine. I said, she went to Chick-fil-A. I'm like, that's not bad. She goes, so what'd you have? She had the chicken biscuit. Did you get grilled chicken? No, I got regular. All right, there's one option you could have improved on. All right. She goes, no, I'm not done yet. I got the potatoes. Okay, the small potatoes. No, I got the medium. Could have got the small. Put that in there. I'm not done yet. I'm like, well, you had a coffee? No, I had a sweet tea. Yeah. She had, I think, 28 points in that day, and she used 23 at Chick-fil-A. Because like I said, I can't eat for the rest of the day. I said, no, you can eat 0-point foods, but you could have improved on that. You could have, I would have went with the fruit cup on the side, but you can get a small potato. You could have gotten unsweet tea. Like, there's things you can tweak. You could have gotten the grilled chicken. So there is things you're in control of, and stop making excuses. Well, I was at Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A has other options. Like, stop. I feel like a lot of us use excuses for things, and even at parties. Well, it's all they had. Is it really all they had? Or is this what you wanted? And if you want it, that's fine. But own it and don't blame the party. Blame you that you took, I took too much of that. So I tend to, if I'm, like, depending on if I'm limited on things at parties, like if all they have is chicken parm and pasta, I will pull the cheese off of my chicken parm. I can't pull the breading off. That would take me forever. But I can pull some of that cheese off. I could save something. Like... that's how I do it. But if you want to eat the cheese. But for me, like, I'm fine without eating the cheese. If I have to have the fried chicken, I will take the cheese off and save something. And maybe not have as much pasta. Like, you just have to look at what you have and just kind of make the best of it. How can I strategically have less without, And there's also, let's bring pre-trekking Peggy, no bread Barbara, and appetizer Annie. Like, those are like things that they're going to all these acronyms. Like, you could bring that person with you. All right, I'm going to be no bread Barbara today at dinner because I'm just not going to eat out of the bread basket, or I'm not going to order anything with bread. And that's great. I mean, you can. It's up. It's your choice. Appetizer Annie. I'm just going to order an appetizer. I'm going to go out to dinner. I'm just going to order an appetizer. There you go. Go in there with that person. Who is the person you want to be, and who's that person who's going to make you proud at the end of the night? You want to come home and not be like, why did I do that? Guilt is the worst thing you can serve yourself. So little things you can do. Pre-tracking Peggy. If you know where you're going, pre-track it. You can. There's a lot of restaurants. I pre-track my food all the time. I knew what I was getting last night because we went to a place called Harvest Grill, which I've been to before. They source everything locally and they have a seasonal menu. And I went with it was called the shrimp noodles, Szechuan noodles. And it was spicy, so guess what? Girlfriend drank 2 glasses of water, too. Thought that out, too. Yeah, I mean, it was Friendsgiving. Like, do I feel guilty about what I ate, too? No. Do I feel guilty that I had that cheese appetizer with the butternut squash? No. I split it. I could have eaten all of it, but I wanted it. And when you have something, like I said, you have to decide. I could have had the cocktail and the appetizer. It's just making important choices. That, remember, this is a lifestyle. This is not a diet. So you're never always going to be perfect. But we have to make the best options that are out there. So what person do you want to bring to a party? Think about that. Because we've got lots of parties coming up. And think about the person you want to be. And be proud of that person. And stay that person. Don't be her with going in there and there's no change in your mind. On track, Tessie left the building. So who are you? Let me know in the comment section below. How did your week go? Let me know that in the comment section below. I thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big old thumbs up. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button, join us here at Dish with D. She's a little bit more lively, but she's not feeling so good because she's back to work. I am done on November 27th. 10 more days and I'm done. So I can't wait to get back to regular things. I miss my lifestyle here. I do. I miss all my peeps. I miss doing my things. But that is it. If you have not yet hit that subscribe button, join us here at Dish with D. We talk weight loss, Weight Watchers, whatever. You pick the plan you want to follow. That's not for me to choose. You can do whatever the heck you want. I don't care. I just feel like as long as it's good for you, it's good for me. Right? So I will dish with you another day. Thanks so much for watching. And I'll see you for what I eat in a day on Wednesday. We're trying to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Friday videos are hard because I'm still at work. So that goes out on Saturday. But it will be Monday, Wednesday, Friday once life gets back, because I like that schedule. So thanks for sticking with me. Thanks all the newbies here. Welcome to all my new subscribers. We hit another 1,000. We are over 24K now. So that's all due to you, and I thank you. I do. I'm a little channel that could, you know, a little girl. I'm a little channel that just wants to share her life journey with you and on weight loss. Currently I'm 58. I started this channel when I was, I think, 54. Sharing my life, sharing how I've been over food. I've been heavy my whole life. So, Italian girl here. Yeah, I'm smaller now than I was in high school. So, that's something to be so proud of, you know? And I'm just living my best life. And I know realistically what that means. And it's not like a number on the scale. And it's not a dress size. It's health. Health is not that. So, get that pressure off of you when you think, when you realize that, wow, Weight Watchers has unrealistic goals, because they do. And it's all about being healthy and living your best life in your golden years. So that is it. So I thank you all. I do. It just warms my heart that you guys subscribe and watch and comment. It's everything, and it keeps me going. Oh my gosh, where would I be without this channel? I don't want to think about it, because that my word for next year is just all about you. So, you know, we built a wonderful community here, and it's something I never expected. I do YouTube, and you know, that'd be it. Did not even dawn on me that a whole community would sprout out of this, and I would make so many friends and know people all over the world. That's like this little girl from New Jersey, originally from Philly, is talking to people all over the world, and it's so exciting. It really is. It's, you know, it's fantastic. So it's all due to you guys, and we do this together because we're a community of like-minded people. So I could talk all day about you guys, but I'm going to head on out. I'm going to go put my head down and take a nap. So thanks for watching. I will dish with you another day. Remember, I was down 1 pound, and I did say that in the beginning. Yes, I was excited about that. Probably not now, but we'll deal with that later in the week. Later, my lovelies. Peace out.